What is up, my friends? Welcome back to the Crypto Chunky channel, where we talk about, you guessed it, all things crypto. Pretty breaking news here. The FDIC insurance is said to be studying whether or not it wants to apply insurance to stablecoins. This actually opens up a huge amount of questions in my eyes. Because, I mean, if you thought politics were getting bad in crypto and government oversight was getting bad, I mean, the politics are really just about to get started. Like, which stablecoins get it? Well, who's paid who contributed to whose campaign, who was lobbied, blah, blah, blah. I mean, you'd have to start to really follow down those trails and go down that rabbit hole. But I think it's interesting that, like, they're once again inserting themselves into this. Like, crypto didn't ask for this. The crypto space doesn't need this. I don't really understand what people's obsession is with, like, feeling comfortable. So we put on federal deposit insurance on top of, you know, your stablecoin, and that makes you feel better because you're used to having it with your bank, you're used to having it with different vehicles that you've got access to from the banks. And it really doesn't do anything at the end of the day. If there was a bank run, none of it would really be backed, and none of it would matter. I don't know, like, crypto's done just fine for the last, 10 years without it. I just see it as, like, once again, oversight that wasn't really asked for, but I guess we're gonna get it. Okay, so I really just want to cover the commentary here, like the specific quotes, and then give my input on those, because that's the best parts of all this. This is all part of the process by which they are trying to bring stablecoins into the banking system in a responsible manner. Again, nobody asked for that. One insider said, and this too, like, man, the state of journalism is just such dog shit these days. 5 people familiar with the agency's thinking. What does that even mean? Like, if you're gonna say something and stand behind it, then put your name on it. Otherwise, shut up. It depends on what's backing the stablecoins. If it's backed by reserves at the Federal Reserve for cash, then I think you just make the argument that it's a deposit. If it's backed by treasuries, I think you'll have a hard time treating it as a deposit. Now we really get into who's gonna get the whatever licensing and stuff first, who's gonna, you know, get the best support from the Federal Reserve, if any at all. I have a feeling they'll probably do one or two. This week, Wall Street Journal reported that the Biden administration would subject stablecoin issuers to bank-like regulations. Circle, issuer of USDC, the second largest stablecoin, has disclosed that the securities SEC sent an investigative subpoena to the company in July. That's been an ongoing thing. So, I mean, what do we really got? We got USDC, USDT, we got a Gemini version of that, and I think that's about it. You've got some other obscure ones. I mean, DAI, which I don't think would ever want to go this route, because that's supposed to be the decentralized version of a pegged coin, I guess. And then you've got Binance Coin, or BSC Coin, which is, again, supposed to be like their version of a stable coin. So yeah, and again, they kind of sell you on this fact that you're going to be protected up to $250,000, which, I mean, maybe. The FDIC is probably looking at whether stablecoins can count as deposits, or whether someone's ownership of a stablecoin is a deposit at the stablecoin issuer, said Todd Phillips, a former FDIC lawyer. What's interesting about this is, listen to what that just said. Ownership of a stablecoin is a deposit at the stablecoin issuer. So in order to validate this and verify this, they would have to keep a log of everyone who owned the stablecoin, right? So now we're talking about more lists, more KYC, more work on the issuer side of the stablecoin, because I'm sure at least a couple of them are going to want this, and if they don't get it, they're going to get, it sounds like they're going to get severely shut out of this new banking system that's being created here around us. That would lead me to believe that stablecoins are going to want to be FDIC insured, so that it gives more credibility, or supposed credibility, to them. So how are they going to be able to track what everyone's using, though? That's very interesting. And in here they talk about it. This could provide issues. Typically, these companies identify customers when they deposit cash for stablecoins or redeem tokens for cash. But since stablecoins run on blockchains like ETH, theoretically, a crypto wallet that hasn't been blacklisted could receive stablecoins from and send to other wallets. How are you going to track it? One thing to remember is that each person has insurance of only up to $250,000. So the stablecoin issuer would need to keep track of who the current holder of their stablecoin is and how many they own. The FDIC basically has one overriding mission, which is to ensure the safety of the deposit insurance fund, blah, blah, blah. If the FDIC were to insure a stablecoin, that insurance would come out of the DIF, and the FDIC will want to be very sure that they are on legal footing for whatever they do. Doesn't risk the DIF. So there you go. Yeah, I mean, like, who cares? I guess is my point. Like, yeah, who cares? I hope that the stablecoins really don't fall for this. But at the end, they might not have a choice, because it sounds like, whether you like it or not, is that the the gavel is coming down. The regulation is coming into the space. So, I guess this is going to make people who really don't understand FDIC insurance and people who really don't understand, what this whole idea is going after, this crypto idea is going after, I guess they'll be really, really excited. And again, this will lend legitimacy to the crypto space. So there's my thoughts. Comment below if you got something to say. Click the like button if you want to help us get more traffic to these videos. And if you're brand new here, click the subscribe button and the bell notification if you want more. See you again real soon, my friends.